Hello everyone. I hope. Uh, Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be solving a very popular interview question, that is the star rating utility. So let's get started. So the question is, we have to build the star rating utility using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That is the vanilla JS. So here we have given some boilerplate code, and this is the default state that is not highlighted, and on hovering on we have to highlight till the star that our cursor is on, and on clicking we have to print the rating number, and also we have to highlight that much stars. So let's get started with it. Let's create a HTML file, index.html. Sorry for the typo. Index.html. Let me just uh, copy the boilerplate code, and we have to link a JavaScript file in script.js, and in that we have to put uh, the boilerplate JavaScript code. Then we have to create a style CSS file, and in CSS we have to put this to. Okay, then in the title tag we have to put this external CSS so that we can get the font awesome icons for the stars. Let me just start my uh, server. Just a second, guys. Uh, okay, okay, so we have it. So let's add this to HTML icon to check if everything is working fine. Let's add this to, and yep, we are rendering. So now we have to link the CSS file, styles.css. Then we have to attach the script file, that is script.js. I hope the script is working fine. So let me just console log hello world. Now open the console, and there we go, hello world. So this is fine. Now we have to write our logic in this function. So what the function takes as parameter, so we have three parameter. The first parameter el is the DOM element that we have to use to render our stars. Then we have the count stars, which is the number of stars. Then we have the callback. It is a callback function which helps us to give us to put the what I can say, just a second guys, I think I'm facing some internet issues. I hope I am clear. Okay, yeah. So this is the callback function which we have to use to get the number printed, the rating number printed. So let's write the function. So this function is actually called here, and we are passing the ID, that is this divide, and we are giving a count of 5 star. That means we need 5 stars. Then we have a get star function, which is the callback function that is selecting this display star div with ID and making the inner HTML as the value, that is the return value, that is the rating value that is returned. So first of all, us do let us get the element from it by using document dot query selector. Selector. Then we have to use count. Count. I am actually using the prototypal approach. You can use class-based approach or like whatever approach you think is fine. So this is done. We have the callback function. We have the count as in this. Next, what we have to do? So first of all, we have to print these 5 stars. So how to print that? So we have a div. In this div of id star, we have to basically print those 5 stars. So let's create a function in the prototype of the star, that is initialize. Function, this will be an LMS function, and in this we have to basically loop, like make generate the star that is equal to the count. The number of stars should be equal to the count. So first of all, let's run a for loop for index I less than equals to this dot count. This loop will run from 0 till index I, uh, 0 till count. Let's make this one because it should run the count number of times and it is running. So what we need to do? So we have to create. So we have to create a const icon element using document dot create element, and it is an icon I element. Then in this we have to add class list. We have to add a class name that comes from this. So we have to basically add this class name into it. That is the selected star dot class list dot add, and in this we have to first uh, put the FA, then we have to put the FA star row. Okay, now that's done. We have to basically append this dot element dot append child, and I and before running the code, let's call the init function, and so we got 5 star. So here we get the 5 star. So what is the problem in this code? So in this code, we are basically appending the child 5 times, or the count number of times, which is not so optimized. It is not so optimized approach. So what we need to do is we need to create a document fragment, and we will append all the I element or all the stars to that document element, and then at last we have to append that into the main element. So first of all, outside of the loop, let's create a uh, frag, uh, fragment document dot uh, create document fragment, and instead of appending to this dot element, we have to append it to the fragment, and in the last we have to append the fragment in the list of element. So now it's the same thing, but it is much more performant, and it results in lesser reprints or re-renders. Now we could have actually used a create element of div and would have done something like create element and div, and then would have appended. This gives the same result, but the catch is we have an extra div. So to delete that extra div, we have to basically use fragment. So let's undo the code. Yeah. Now it's done. Now the initializing part is done. Now we have to basically what add the on hover listener. So let's do that. Document.prototype.on mouse over, and this is a function, and takes an event e, and then we have to get the mouse. We have to basically get the star. So to get the star, we need to add some selector in this. So in star we have nothing like, we have no class. We have basically a class, but that is same for all five. So how do we know our mouse in on which star? So for that we have to add some ID or some unique ID or unique class, or what we can do is we can add a data attribute. So what data attribute does it? It adds a number to it. So adds a number to it. So let's try adding a data attribute I dot element dot dataset dot uh, rating value, which is equal to I. That is the and that is the looping item. So now we get a data attribute, that is data rating value, that is from 1 2 3 4 5. So using this data attributes, just a second guys. So using this data attribute, we will be accessing the stars on the mouse over event. So let's write this mouse over event. So const rating value is equal to event dot target dot uh, dataset dot uh, rating value. Let's first log this to check if it's working fine. I hope it should work fine. So on the console and clean it first. So clean it. Okay, so I'm hovering. Okay, so we have not actually done attach the event listener, so we have to make another function, that is dot prototype dot attach event listeners, which is a function, and then we have to actually attach event listener to the parent element, and event listeners. This will be a mouse over. Mouse over. Mouse, okay, and this dot on mouse over. So now this will create. Okay, let's call this function. This dot attach event listeners. Then actually it is given this thing. Not this stop element is not a function. Okay. And event listener it should be not listeners. Small typos can create a lot of noise. Now we are actually getting it. But so in this function this refers to the event. So to get rid of that we have to use bind method, so that this reference refer to the this of the whole star protein. Then we have to create one more function, that is to type dot on mouse click, which is also a function which takes event as a parameter, and let's give it to the and, handle mouse click. So we got the rating value, but now what we have to do is we have to basically fill it. So what we have to do is we have to run a for loop for index i is equal to 1 till it is less than no it is less than equal to the rating value, and in that we have to actually fill. Just a second guys. Yep. So we have to fill it. So this dot element dot children till ith, and in that class list we have to basically add the fa star. Okay. So in this case we have to start from start from 0. It is somewhat doing it, but it is not going back. So in that case what we have to do is we have to remove this fa star when we go back. So in this case we can use an if statement and check if the I is less than or not less than the rating value. If it is less than, then we have to actually add this class. If it is not, then we have to basically remove this. So let me remove this. Okay, now the server file. It is not moving. What is this? So class list this dot element I class list dot remove. Okay, so we have to actually go. Let's try looping through the whole thing. Yep, now it is somewhat working. Yes, we got it. Yep, it is working fine. Now we have to add the on click listener. On click, we have to, before writing this, we have to create an active state. This dot active is equal to -1, which is the initial state that we are not selecting anything. And on clicking, we have to basically change the active to this dot element, sorry, event dot target dot data set dot state value. So first of all, let's add the on click listener. On mouse click, and let's change this to event click. I hope that makes sense to all of you. And now let's go ahead and fill this, but we have to write the same code, so let's cut this code and add it to another function. Star, let's get rid of over star dot prototype dot fill is equal to a function that takes a parameter of rating value, and yep, I hope this should work fine. This dot fill rating value. See if that works fine. Yep, it is working fine. And on click also we have to basically fill this dot fill till the this dot active. So this is not persistent. Why it is not persistent? Because we have to actually add the event listener that is on mouse leave, that if we leave the mouse it should remain there. So let's add that now. On mouse leave, let's move this to do because we have already solved the to do. On mouse out, on mouse leave, basically on mouse leave, and let's add this over here. On mouse leave, and in this we have to fill till this not active. Let's see. I think mouse leave is that on mouse leave value mouse leave. The spelling is correct. Yep. What is this? I'm not clicking on it. Okay, okay. It's working fine. So most of our functionality is now over. This is working all fine. Now we have to call the callback on clicking of the star. So callback, and this we have to basically pass the this dot active. Now, yeah, it's working fine. We're hovering on it. Now nothing is happening. When we click on a star, then the star rating is coming. If we go back again, it is hovering. Nice. So I think we are done with this video. If you liked it, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment down below which was your favorite part. Or if you didn't understand the concept, then you can write that in the comment section. I will try my best to help you. So thank you everyone. Bye.